multiverse of beer and music.
Hey folks, it's me, DrTangent, and thank you so much for joining me on this inaugural voyage into the multiverse of beer and music. Now, there's a lot of things I love in life, but two of the largest loves I have are for beer, which is just God's proof that He loves us and wants us to be happy, and music, especially music that can grab you and make you feel something, no matter what that thing is. If it's making you feel something, it's making you think something, it's good. Now, just like everything else in life, opinions are subjective. Uh, Beer, I may love something, you may hate. What's my background? Well, I'm a home brewer. I'm a certified beer judge, and I drink a lot of beer. But again, that doesn't make my opinion any better than anybody else's, just makes it mine. Same goes for music. I've got a brain and two ears. That's all anybody needs to enjoy music. So, what are we going to have tonight? Tonight, we're looking at one of my favorite series of beers from a small brewery out of Hatfield, Pennsylvania called Imprint Beer Company. They make a line of heavily fruited, creamy, thick fruit smoothie type sours that they affectionately call the Schmoogie line. And you can see the can here. Tonight we're going to be having the Schmoogie Colada Mango. It's weighs in at 6.1 ABV, and according to Imprint's description, it is a super gooey mango, light pineapple, and our dialed in coconut puree, and contains no lactose, which will probably surprise a lot of people because this looks like a beer that would have a ton of lactose in it. And you'll see why as soon as I pour. Now, one thing they do recommend, because these are so thick and heavily fruited, is that you roll the can end to end slowly before opening to try to release some of the sediment from the bottom. Don't want to shake because these can and will come out strong on you sometimes. Also, if you're picking this up, if you're lucky enough to be in a distro area where you can get this, and you're picking it up from a distributor, make sure that they never kept it warm. These beers always have to be kept cold. Anything that's heavily fruited needs to be kept very cold. Otherwise, you risk secondary fermentation in the can. So as you can see, it's opaque, thick. There's no way to see through it. And let's have a go. Right off on the nose, all I can smell is mango, maybe a little bit of citrus. You can smell the pineapple, uh, maybe hints of vanilla, maybe even like a caramelized vanilla, and some of the coconut. Oh, wow. It just drinks like a fruit smoothie. If you're the kind of person who says, well, I don't drink beer, I hate beer, I firmly believe, one, that you've just haven't found the right beer yet. But two, this is a beer for those who really want something fruity, not hoppy at all. I mean, there's a lot of beer purists that get very angry at this type of beer because they feel it's not a real beer because it just doesn't taste like beer at all. But it is. It all starts from the same stuff: barley, water, yeast. Just outstanding. Sweet, smooth, tart, very creamy, very full mouthfeel. Not as full as some of the other schmoogies I've had. Some of them are downright like melted milkshakes. They're so thick and creamy. But this is absolutely delicious. If you want to try something different, or you want to try something that is Sweet and tart, intense. I recommend this. Recommend anything from Imprint in the Smoothie line of beers. For those of you who would like to try to get a hold of it, they do deliver in the state of Pennsylvania. They don't sponsor me or anything. This isn't a paid advertisement, just passing on some information. They do ship anywhere in PA. You can check them out at imprintbeer.com. Link will be in the description. And just off on a tangent, they've recently opened a retro arcade in Hatfield at their tap room, where they have all kinds of retro arcade machines, pinball machines that are free play all day. And I think that's pretty cool. So, what do we pair with a beer that is fruity and colorful and some may say superficial, but incredibly entertaining to the palate? What kind of music, what song would we dare pair with that? And I've got a little blast from the past to go with this tonight. Tonight we're going to be checking out Barbie Girl from Aqua. Bright, colorful, sickeningly sweet maybe, but with a lot of adult overtones, absolutely. And this is an adult beverage, so hey, why not? Let's hit it.
Hiya, Bobby.
Hi, Ken.
You want to go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. I'm a blonde emo girl in a fantasy world. Dress me up, make it tight, I'm your darling.
You're my doll, rock and roll. Feel the glamour and pink. Kiss me here, touch me there, hanky panky.
You know, this song was actually inspired by a visit by keyboardist Soren Rosensted's visit to a art installation that included a round orb made entirely out of Barbie bodies. Inspired the song.
You can touch, you can play. If you say I'm always yours. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life is plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Yeah.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Make me walk, make me talk, do whatever you please. I can act like a star, I can beg on my knees.
Come jump in, bimbo friend, let us do it again. Hit the town, fool around, let's go party.
You know, even though the song was originally, yes, it had plenty of sexual overtones, but it was originally written as a kind of a shot at popular culture's glamorization of the physical, especially through plastic surgery. Mattel actually sued the band and the record label because they felt that the all the innuendo in the song besmirched the brand of the Barbie doll. A few years after that lawsuit was originally filed, it was dismissed. And several years thereafter, oddly enough, Mattel actually licensed the song with some cleaned up lyrics for Barbie commercials in 2009.
You can touch, you can play. If you say I'm always
I'm sure that song's going to be running through your head for a number of hours, if not days. It's just one of those songs. It's really it's a great tune, very catchy, and I think it pairs really well with this particular type of beer. Um, but don't stop there. Dig in. To be honest, when this song was first released, I did run out, bought the CD. Yes, I'm that old. I'm actually older than that. Um, but uh, I didn't really keep up with the band after that, and definitely there'll another link in the description below to some of their more recent stuff. Actually, really good, really impressive stuff. So uh, don't let your journey stop with just one song. So you may be thinking to yourself, well, why the hell do you call yourself Dr. Tangent? Well, if you ask my friends, one of my biggest flaws is I make short stories long, and I always get off on tangents. And yeah, I lean into that. So screw them. They know who they are. But anyway, the reason I call myself Dr. Tangent is because there's always so much to say, and there's always so many different avenues to explore, and you never get enough time to explore them all. But I like to try. And with Aqua, this song, it was uh, well known and well reviled over the years. In fact, in 2011, readers of Rolling Stone magazine voted this song the most annoying song of the 90s, the entire decade of the 90s. I'm sure we could find better candidates. And personally, I really like the song. It's super catchy, has a great groove, interesting, layered message. Not too deep, but definitely not as shallow as people assume at first look. Same thing with the Schmoogies. People may think it's just a stupid fruity drink, but it's really very entertaining. Um, but some interesting things about this song and this band. Um, the song's actually been covered a few times, and in very interesting ways. Not just weird fly by night heavy metal covers that you find when you're drunk, sitting around on YouTube doing nothing better with your time. But actually, in 2014, Ludacris put out the song "Party Girls," which is a very explicit, uh, much more explicit than the lighthearted Aqua video, but an explicit nod to the Aqua song "Barbie Girl." Since the link will be in the description below, feel free to check it out. It's worth a watch. And Ava Max flipped a script when she put out "Not Your Barbie Girl" just a few years ago in 2018, which is another interesting song, well worth a check. Um, Also, in the links below, there's and I'll shout out other YouTube content producers from the time to time that I really respect. One by bassist Charles Berthud. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. If I'm getting it wrong, I apologize. But I dig your shit. It's good stuff. He's on YouTube content producer, plays bass guitar. And he did a clip, also linked below. If Barbie Girl was the hardest bass line in the world, or the hardest song in the world to play, that is really pretty cool. I definitely highly recommend you check it out. And if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know what else you might like to hear. Initially, all of my content's going to be reviews, beers that I am familiar with, and songs that I know that I think pair well with the beer that I'm talking about. But I'm more than happy to consider some reactions down the road. Send me a beer suggestion. If I can find the beer in my area, I'll buy it and try it. Send me what songs you would like to see me react to, and what beer I might pair with them. Give me a shout out. Let me know what you want. Thanks a lot, folks.